What's the deal? What's the deal? What is the deal, people? Hope all are doing well. You're having a blessed day, afternoon, or evening, whenever you come across this reading. You already know if you watch me with a good heart and good intentions, you are blessed and protected. But if you watch me with any ill will or malintentions, all evil eyes go blind 144,000 times. Instantly, quickly, swiftly, you will feel the effects of all the hexes and the curses and the spells that you project. And you already know. If you are siphoning my energy or anybody else's energy from this video, you will receive karma quick, fast, and hurry because you reap what you sow for vibing so low. Collective. So we about to tap in. We're about to tap in. We go tap in. We go see what the energy is. I'm just deciding what deck I'm going to use because I rearranged everything and I got a lot of my decks on the table. Everything in front of me to grab. So now I'm trying to figure out which one I'm going to use. Collective. What do we want to start out with? I just heard tarot. So we're going to do tarot. Just heard tarot. So we're going to do with the tarot. So let's see. Let's give this deck a few shuffle. Angels, ancestors, spirits of the divine white. Please provide me with some insight. Please block, banish, and repel or curses, hexes, and spells or evil eyes or evil energies trying to defer this message from getting across. I need to get my juice. Hold on. So we're going to tap in to see what the energy is for the collective. We got the Page of Wands in the reverse. Four of Wands, Page of Wands, Four of Wands. Somebody could be getting bad news on the foundation. Somebody really don't want me to get this message. My voice is already getting drunk and I just started. We still gonna do it. Clear my throat. Angels, answer the spirits of the divine white light. Like really what you want the collective to know tonight. We got the Nine of Swords and the Knight of Wands coming out the side. When it comes out sideways, I take it in the reverse. So we have the Knight of Swords with the Knight of Wands in the reverse. So collective. This could be an air sign, fire sign energy. Somebody is in despair right now, feeling overwhelmed, pressured, in agony, could be in bed. They feeling a lot of pressure right now. They could be dealing with some migraines. I think about the picture in the original deck. So somebody's in the Nine of Swords because the Knight of Wands in the reverse. There's been some type of interruption, a rupture. They're going through some type of argument or discord. Okay, there's somebody's dealing with some problems because something has been disrupted. So the energy collective is somebody's in the Nine of Swords. Somebody's feeling stressed the fuck out. Okay? They feeling like a failure. There's been some death or ending to something because something has been delayed because of their deception. Because of their deception. They're in despair because of some type of delay, because there's been some type of interruption in something. Also, there could have been a miscarriage. There could have been a death. There could have been a child that passed away. Somebody could have had a miscarriage, a failure, of some type of failure to some type of conception. So someone is all fucked up because they were being deceitful. They were being a liar. They worried, they having nightmares, they in the bed with a lot of anxiety and fear, with a lot of shame and guilt, because they were being a liar, because of this deception. Because of this deception. Because they wanted to be cocky in your energy. They wanted to be forceful in your energy. This is somebody who's shallow and superficial. And they did something impulsive. They did something too quick. And they got them in the Nine of Swords. Yeah, look. The Five of Wands in the reverse with the Hangman. It says put the Hangman in the reverse because it came out sideways a little bit. So somebody was in some type of competition with you. With the Five of Wands represents some type of competition. Somebody that was imitating you, copying you. Somebody that was basically stressing themselves out, struggling, doing whatever it is to make money. And they were using trickery. They're a deception. So somebody was lying about how they make money. Basically is what I'm getting. Somebody was out here lying about how they make money. Because they were lying and tricking and fooling and deceiving people on how they will make money. On how they make money or how they get their money. Now they're having fights. And they're having problems with the Five of Wands in the reverse. Because you could be in this Hangman in the reverse collective. You were enlightened. This is somebody that was selfish. They superficial. So this is a person that's into looks, into the finer things, name brand shit. They into name brand shit. They all about the brand, about the name brand. So somebody's going through a lot of disputes. And arguments because they were selfless. They were selfish, deceitful, lying about how they make their money, and they did something too fast when it came to being in this competition with you. And this person is jealous. This person is someone who's jealous of you. They have a wounded ego. And they're pissed right now. because they're going through conflict, or they're trying to avoid some type of conflict and they can't avoid it. And like I said, this is somebody that's superficial, all about the looks, all about the money. And this is somebody that's stuck. They don't want to release some type of detachment. And they're stalling. They're trying to avoid a conflict. They're stalling right now. Somebody's stalling right now. They're trying to stall being stuck. They're trying to stall when it comes to this money, how they gain their money. They're scared to sacrifice. They're scared to change. Fear of change. They're scared. Fear of risk. Scared to change. Scared of a change. Yeah, the devil is under judgment for the moon in reverse. Empress. So this devil energy, somebody's in this devil energy, somebody's in their shadow self, somebody's indulges, has addictions, always intoxicated, always deceitful, always lying, mischievous, annoying and bothersome, a pain in the fucking ass. Evil. There's somebody that's evil. And they're under judgment. That's why they're in the Nine of Swords. You got all major arcanas that came out for the last 4 cards. The devil, the judgment, the moon. Devil, judgment, the moon, and the empress. Actually, the last 5 cards, because the last card on the top row is the hangman. In the reverse. And I also look at that as, if it was the other card, that you were enlightened, you were aware, you're not in this hangman position. And then if this empress falling under the hangman in the reverse is basically letting me know what I'm saying. You're not in this hangman position because you were enlightened about something. The devil energy is in the Nine of Swords. This is somebody that was forceful, violent, revengeful, a heathen, evil. In their shadow self, in the shadow period, in the dark, hiding what they do. Like I said, they could be a bunch of addicts. Upstairs neighbors, every time I get online, they want to put on a show, but hey, they want to incriminate themselves, so please go ahead, right ahead. I don't care. But today, we're not giving them no energy today. They're getting ignored today. So, collective. This is somebody that's in their shadow self. They, like I said, they have a lot of addictions. They can fall into temptation, overindulge. And they're in the judgment because you're having some type of awakening. Okay, there's going to be this person is going through some type of reckoning because you're having a rebirth, a revival, a transformation. You coming through some type of self-awareness. With the judgment landing under the Knight of Wands, somebody's under judgment because somebody was cocky and impulsive. And did something too quick when it came to you. They could have been casting illusions, lying, deceiving, being a trickster. With the moon in the reverse, they could have been doing some moon magic, this snake that's wrapped around the moon. They were casting illusions. This is a hidden enemy that's no longer hidden. They unstable. Because there's a lot of inconsistencies right now. They could be quiet. They could be being silenced. Or they're trying to silence you. Yeah, whatever lies, illusions that they were casting is being revealed about this competition. The moon in the reverse landing under the Five of Wands. This competition, these lies, deception is being revealed. Yeah, and now these lies, this hidden enemy is no longer hidden, and these lies is being revealed, and somebody's trying to avoid conflict. There's a lot of rising tension because somebody's ego is wounded. Somebody got a wounded ego. This is your enemy, a rival enemy of yours that's jealous. Because you're not in the hangman position. You're enlightened. You're aware. When somebody's mad, somebody's in the Nine of Swords. Yeah. This person could be in fear right now. There's a lot of confusion because this person basically they casted illusions on themselves, self-deception. They deceived themselves with all these illusions. Now they in the Nine of Swords with a lot of anxiety. The Moon in reverse still with a lot of anxiety because there has been a lot of misunderstanding when it came to this Empress energy. So somebody was lying about an Empress energy collective. You could be this Empress energy. You don't have to be masculine. You don't have to be feminine. You could be masculine. It's only energy, but you know, somebody was lying on you. Now they in the Nine of Swords. Now they in the Nine of Swords collected. They in the Nine of Swords because they was lying on somebody that who's abundant, who's creative, who's very fertile in their feminine energy, very nurturing. You could be connected to nature, to earth. And you're very fruitful. You take initiative and action in what you want and what you do. You go down the rabbit hole. You step into the unknown. And this is somebody, you're not somebody, you're enlightened. And somebody's going through a lot of difficulty. Or you could have went through a lot of difficulty. Okay, you could have been ignorant at once. You could have been doubtful at once. But this is somebody that's in your energy that's ignorant. And they're going through a lot of difficulties because they doubted you. They doubted that you were the Empress. Yeah, Eight of Cups on the top. They got to walk away from a situation because they in the Five of Cups. They sick right now. They in the Five of Cups. The Star in the reverse. I just saw High Priestess in the reverse too. Wow. The Star is in the reverse. Page of Pentacles in the reverse. Four of Swords, they being put to rest. The Sun, they in the dark in the reverse. The Nine of Wands in the reverse. They the Magician in the reverse. They in the Five of Cups. I'm not even lying, yo, collective. Wow. Eight of Cups, Five of Cups. The Star in the reverse. Page of Pentacles in the reverse. The fucking Four of Swords. The Sun in the reverse. Nine of Wands in the reverse. The Magician in reverse. Five of Pentacles. I mean, wow. Nine of Cups in the reverse. And that's the truth. Ace of Wands for the lovers. This King of Wands in the reverse that have been put to swords. King of Cups. Collective. And this is the last card left on the top. At the top of the deck. Collective, the sun and the star in the reverse is clarifying the Nine of Swords. Somebody's trying to tap into my crown. Oh, you little clowns. You little clowns trying to tap into my crown. You don't even know if this reading is about you. So why are you trying to mess with the reading? Mind your business. Get out of my energy. Go somewhere with yourself. Motherfuckers think their reading is about them. About them. About them. Maybe it is. We don't know until I start plucking from the other decks. What is going to come out. I was frozen right now, but they're not. So, the star in the reverse is clarifying the Nine of Swords. So, collective. You could experience a loss or a theft. Okay? You could experience some type of abandonment. But there's a lot of hope and a bright future for you. This star in the reverse is somebody that's arrogant. Okay? It could be a masculine energy. This is somebody that can't have children. Impotent. Somebody's really trying to tap into my crown because the top of my head is itching like crazy. But yeah. So this star in the reverse. Okay, it was trying to make you experience some type of loss. They were trying to steal from you. This is why they in the Nine of Swords. Because somebody was trying to take from somebody that has a lot of healing, hope, and faith in them. That provides guidance and inspiration. Now somebody's in despair and discouraged right now. They uninspired and they don't have no hope right now because they in the Eight of Cups. They gotta walk away from a situation. They mad. They in the Nine of Swords because they have to walk away from a situation. They have to withdraw. They have to abandon whatever they was trying to do. Whatever they did in this Eight of Cups is clarifying the Knights of Wands. So this has to do with somebody that was jealous and envious of you that did something too quick because they were real cocky whatever they did. Somebody thought they were too legit to quit whatever the fuck they was doing. And they did something too fast, impulsive, that now they have a difficult choice and they have to walk away. They have to withdraw and they have to abandon the situation, whether they like it or not. Because there has been some type of interruption. Okay? There's been a division. There could have been some fighting amongst people and they divided, they separated, they set up separation in a group or in a couple or whatever it is. There's been some type of division, a separation, fighting. So now they gotta walk away. So there's been some type of fighting and some people have withdrawn from the situation. So there could have been some type of fighting with this star in the reverse. That's why the star in the reverse is in the reverse. This is why the star in the reverse is in the Nine of Swords. Because whatever they were trying to steal from you, they lost it. And now they're fighting amongst whoever was working with them. People are withdrawing. People are abandoning whatever it is that somebody did in impulsive. in this competition with the Five of Wands. Now they fighting. Like I said, a lot of fighting amongst people right now. A lot of fighting is going on. Yeah, somebody's faking like they're happy. They faking like they faking. They faking the funk like there's nothing going on. Somebody's faking like they're happy right now. And they're really not. They actually in the Five of Cups because following is coming right behind the Eight of Cups. So somebody's actually they faking like they're happy, but they actually in the Five of Cups energy. They're at a loss. Their marriage, there could be a breakup in their marriage. Somebody could be fighting with their husband or their wife. Okay, somebody's bitter. They're frustrated. So this fighting amongst each other, there could be a couple that's fighting with each other because they lost. They're in despair. Somebody's in grief. Somebody's having regret about something. They disappointed. Somebody could be sick as well. They could be getting bad news. Page of Pentacles in the reverse. The Hangman in the reverse. The Page of Pentacles in the reverse clarifying the Hangman in the reverse. So somebody's getting some type of bad news. This is somebody that don't got no ambition. They lazy. They uncommitted. And this is somebody that, like I said, they're getting bad news. When it comes to their money, their luxury. Because this is somebody that's superficial. This is somebody that's into materialistic things with the Hangman in the reverse. They into the fake shit. They don't like the real shit. Now this devil energy is being put to rest with the Four Swords. The Four Swords is clarifying the devil. The devil is being put to rest. This star energy in the reverse, devil energy in the reverse is being put to rest. The Four of Swords. You resting and you recuperating. You're healing. You're in your sanctuary while somebody's in their shadow self, overindulging with addictions. You chilling, relaxing, healing, and somebody is not healing, collective. Not in any way, shape, or form. They mad. They in their feelings. They in their bag. They're in their emotions. They're having a lot of anxiety right now. Because somebody's being put to rest. Somebody could be being exiled, casted out. Somebody could be passing away with this tomb and coffin. While you're in solitude and you're in retreat, somebody is being exiled. Somebody's being casted out. They're in the dark. The sun in the reverse, clarifying judgment. I'm telling you, collective. I'm telling you, collective. I'm telling you right now, somebody is in somebody's in a fucked up. They were overconfident in something, cocky. Now they're all in their bag and their feelings and sad. A lot of negativity is surrounding this person. They're unstable. They in the dark with a black cloud because they're under judgment for what they did. Somebody thought they were going to get happiness, material happiness. Somebody thought they were going to be fortunate, have a marriage. Yeah, they're not getting that. It's being taken from them because they're under judgment. There's about to be a change in a position. A renewal in your outcome, collective, because somebody is under judgment for casting these illusions. So being in this moon energy, this hidden enemy that's trying to bring you danger can no longer bring you danger. Or this deception and darkness that's trying to bring you, they can no longer stand their ground. They're in the Nine of Wands. So basically, they're Nine of Wands in the reverse. They're going through obstacles. adversity and delays. Because every time they attack you, collective, it went right back to you. I mean, it went right back to them. Excuse me. It went right back to them. They were causing obstacles and delays, adversity, drama, and now they're going through adversity, delays, and drama. For this moon in reverse. So it reversed back to them. It backfired. They were casting illusions, deceiving a Empress energy, trying to cause a lot of illusion over an Empress energy. The Magician is in the reverse. Somebody thought that they were going to be successful. They really thought that. And now they're going through a lot of adversity, drama, and problems. Like how they wanted for you. Somebody needs to give up, or they're giving up. They're feeling burnt out because of their stubbornness. Somebody could be retreating right now. They could be running scared. They burnt out right now. This Magician in the reverse is burnt the fuck out. They depleted and malnourished. You got no energy. They don't got no direction. They scatterbrained. This person is a trickster. They're distracted by a lot of things, by a lot of illusions, a charlatan energy. And this person has a mental illness. They're disgraced. And they're having financial problems. 5 of coins. 5 of pentacles energy. Material and financial problems. Excuse me. Confirmation belch. Yep. This could be the lovers. This could be a couple. Like I said, so this could be a couple, lovers, friend, a husband, a wife, a friend, a mistress, a lover, a love. There's going to be a couple that's going to be having financial problems. They fighting with each other. Because of all the lies, all the illusions, it's backfiring. All this moon, this illusion is moon magic. Maybe they're doing witchcraft. We'll find out. But all these illusions, these lies, all the lies have backfired. And now they unstable, struggling, deprived, going hungry. Talk about hungry. Let me eat some of my grapes. Yup, collective. This is what we got going on. And this energy. Now, smart. Oh wow! Look, the card on the bottom that want to slip out. The 2 of Cups. And the 5 of Pentacles. This is definitely about a couple. I just split the deck in the 8 of Swords. Huh. So this is definitely about a couple. 5 of Coins, 2 of Cups, 8 of Swords. This is definitely about a couple. A marriage, 2 friends, a wife and a husband, lovers, same sex or opposite sex. But this is about 2 people or couples, or a couple people who are coupled up. that were attacking an empress. And now they having money problems, financial troubles, burdened, stressed out, mental illness. Two of Cups, relationship, Two of Cups in the reverse. The relationship is going to be ending and they're going to be in prison, trapped, spiritually or physically. Physically or spiritually, they're going to be trapped in prison. And this relationship that they got going on, well, it don't look like it's going too well. There's an imbalance because they're incompatible. Lack of trust and disharmony in the relationship. I just heard infidelity, so there's a lot of infidelity. Somebody's cheating on somebody. Now somebody's feeling trapped, entrapment, self-victimization. They feeling in prison or they could be going in prison. Like I said, they being restricted because they self-sabotage themselves. Somebody self-sabotage themselves trying to sabotage you. I'm munching on grapes because somebody's trying to block my throat, drying up my throat. So I'm popping these in my mouth to keep it moisturized. Oh. So, sorry for the munching. But, I gotta do what I gotta do to keep on with this message, right? So, collective. Somebody could be in a fake relationship, fake marriage, false love. And there's a lot of misunderstanding in this relationship. Because they're not compatible. This is two people who are not compatible with each other. That are in a relationship with each other. They could have gotten a relationship with each other just to attack you. And now, they bound it. By their own swords that they sent to you. They could be going through a crisis, experiencing a crisis. They're going through conflict. And like I said, somebody is sick. Somebody has a mental illness or physically sick, mentally or physically sick. They have some type of illness, mental illness. And they trapped. Or they trapped with somebody that has a mental illness. That could be it. Somebody's trapped by somebody. Somebody's trapped. In a relationship with somebody that has a mental illness. So that's what we got going on. Somebody came against you. Caused a lot of deception. Was competing with you. You a whole Empress energy. You're resting. You're healing. And you got a whole Star in the reverse. Devil energy. Magician in the reverse energy. This could be up to 3 people. Or this is a Star in the reverse. Magician in the reverse. Within a devilish energy. Because that's kind of falling in the middle. So you have 2 people. The Star in the reverse and the Magician. In the reverse. This could be the couple. They trapped. They tried to set you up for money fraud. Yeah, they in the 9 of Swords because they tried to set you up for some money fraud. They did something too quick. So this is what they did quick. They did something too hasty and too impulsive, which was trying to set you up for money fraud. And now they in the 9 of Swords. And they also faked the death. So they trying to... Oh, okay. Now I get it. They try to set you up for money fraud with a fake death. So collective. I see what they now I get it. They were trying to set you up for money fraud to make it seem like you faked your own death to collect our money. Because that's what makes sense to me right now. Try to set you up for money, fraud, fake death. So somebody try to set you up claiming that you faked their death for money. They're trying to say that you faked the death. Somebody faked your death. Somebody put a policy insurance on you. Faked your death. You're not dead. So now they're trying to say that you did it and try to set you up for money fraud. When they're the ones that put a policy insurance on you, try to fake your death, put fake death, put a fake death certificate. You're not dead, and they're trying to blame you. That's what we got going on. So somebody's trying to set you up for money for saying that you faked your own death, and they're trying to put it on you when they're the ones that did it. Interesting. Fraud. Look. They committed fraud. 4141 I just saw. 55. Fast changes. Tried to set you up for money fraud. For fake death fraud. See? Come on now. I gotta light my L because what I just said is what is coming out right now. So somebody lied, said you was dead, put a policy insurance on your name, put a fake death certificate, and you're not dead. People see that you're not dead, and now they try to set you up as if you're the one that was trying to. Basically, they're trying to say that you were desperate for money, so you faked your death, went in hermit mode because you were in retreat, you were in rest, Four Swords energy. Somebody trying to say you faked your death, that you were in Four Swords because you were healing. So because you were healing, you're not on social media, you're not out and about, you're not connecting with nobody. Somebody decided to take it upon themselves to fake your death, to put you to rest. When you actually reading a book, you're not resting, you're reading a book, you chilling, you resting. And you being watched over by an angel over here. Or there's this angel that's watching this devil energy. They could be watching you, reading about you, watching you from something. And there's an angel. This looks like an older person. Could be a grandmother energy that's watching this devil energy. Witchcraft. Tried to set you up for money fraud, fake death fraud, witchcraft. Pure entertainment. So somebody tried to set you up for money fraud. They faked their death or they faked your death, committed fraud. Then they started doing witchcraft for you and then started watching you for pure entertainment, watching the Empress Pure Entertainment, started watching the Empress for pure entertainment to see if it was going to work. The witchcraft is landing under Judgment and the Moon. So they were doing moon magic, they were doing witchcraft, and that's why they're under Judgment. Somebody, a fraud, that is landing under the Hangman. Excuse me. Excuse me again. All right. They try to set you money fraud, landing under the landing on top of the Nine of Swords, right? And the Knight of Wands in reverse. So somebody did something impulsive, which was try to set you up money fraud. Then you got the Five of Wands and the Hangman. That's a little bit on top of the Knight of Wands, then the Five of Wands, and then the Hangman. So somebody did something too impulsive. Okay, they could have either faked their death. They were cocky and impulsive, or they could have did something when it comes to money to set you up, and they could have faked your death. Or faked somebody's death. Committed fraud. And this was for money. This is somebody who's materialistic and shallow. Hangman in the reverse. And then the fraud is landing right on top of Hangman, the devil, and a little bit of a judgment. So, and then pure entertainment is landing on top of the moon and Empress. The moon in the reverse. Witchcraft is landing on the top of Judgment, Witchcraft, Moon. So they were doing witchcraft watching this Empress for pure entertainment, or this Empress is pure entertainment. Or they was doing witchcraft on this Empress because this Empress is pure entertainment. They're the real star. This is why now they in the Five of Pentacles, Two of Cups in the reverse, and the Eight of Swords. Something is long overdue. So I'm trying to set you up for money fraud. This is why they're in the Nine of Swords and the Stars in reverse, because something is long overdue. Something was happening for a while. Yeah, they faked the death because they were so desperate to win. Wow. They were so desperate to win, they faked death. They faked the death. Now they sick, they in the Five of Cups, and they gotta walk away. Eight of Cups. Yeah, Princess Fiona Shrek. Fraud, you could come. They were so desperate to win. Wing. They were so desperate to win. So what I'm getting from the Princess Fiona Shrek, this is somebody that doesn't look like they're a princess. They're a fraud. They're an ogre. Or collective, you're someone that doesn't look like you're a princess or a prince. You carry a Princess Fiona Shrek vibe. You're somebody who is royal, but you're not your ordinary. You're unorthodox. You're not traditional. You don't look like an empress or an emperor. Somebody was saying that you're a fraud, collective. They were so desperate to win, they could have faked your death or faked somebody's death. And they could have been saying that you're a fraud. Now, whatever witchcraft they're doing, they got, whatever they just did, got them. And so confirmation, what I said earlier, somebody's being kicked out or casted out. Exiled, tomb with this Four of Swords. Somebody's being shunned and casted out of a society, group, organization, coven, clique, or family. Because they're under judgment because of this witchcraft. They're in a black cloud. Because they're jealous. People are talking about them now. Pure entertainment. Now they're pure entertainment. People are talking about them now. Collective. They've become pure entertainment now. Collective. This Star and the Reverse Magician and the Reverse. This couple have now become pure entertainment. You reap what you're sowing because they're reaping what they're sowing. Something is long overdue. Yeah, they shall perish because they were so desperate to win. Yeah, this was a bad investment. They being put to rest. Getting bad news. Whatever they're doing, you're getting rejected. They're getting rejected by this organization, coven, clique, or family. Yeah, they're trying to take you out in your sleep unaliving. Yeah. They were trying to unalive you while you were sleeping because they can't do it while you awake. They pussy. They can't do it when you sleeping neither. They can't do nothing. They can't do nothing when you sleep. They can't do nothing when you awake. They can't do nothing. They don't got no magic. They fake. They are fraud. In your work community, so somebody was they were competing with you in your work community, collective. Trying to set you up for money fraud in your work, saying that you a fraud, that you committing fraud. Yeah, the watchtower. They watching the work community, the watchtower. They watching you. This watchtower shall perish. They faked the death. They were so desperate to win, they shall perish. The watchtower, these people that are watching you shall perish. It's a bad investment. Loving, because you're loving. Yeah, they try to cause delays to somebody that's loving. A bad investment. Got rejected. Try to cause delays for you. Sleeping Beauty, trying to take you out in your sleep, unaliving Sleeping Beauty. Look at that. A magician in the reverse, that got no magic, was trying to unalive you in your sleep, Sleeping Beauty. Another princess. They were trying to put you to sleep. You already woke and they were trying to put you to sleep. Collective. They were trying to cast illusions. Yeah, because they wanted to come up. They wanted to come up in the work community. First off, I'm not dead. I'm very much alive. So, just in case this story is about me, I'm very much alive, well, breathing, and healthy. Thank you very much. I may have some cuts, bruises, and sores, but I'm a healthy bitch and I'm still alive. So somebody tries to set you up for money fraud. They're doing witchcraft on you. They did something too hasty and impulsive with this fake death and fraud and witchcraft because they were so desperate to win because they wanted to come up in your work community. They tried to cause you delays and it got rejected. Now people are talking about them on how they was trying to unalive you in your sleep, using witchcraft. Because they was jealous and envious. And now they're about to piss themselves, collective. Yeah, because someone passed away. Someone passed away, collective. This is why they're getting casted out. Yeah, because they thought they had a reason to... So someone passed away and they try to blame you. And they thought they had a reason to attack you. Collective. Lord have mercy. So somebody competing with you in your work community, a couple that I wanted to come up, the star in the reverse and the magician in the reverse, tried to set you up for money fraud. They could have faked your death. Or they could have faked their death. Somebody faked the death, whether it was yours or theirs. They committed fraud, and they could have been saying that you're a fraud because you don't look like your average empress. This was a bad investment because you're actually a loving person. Now they're about to piss themselves. Because someone has passed away because of this. Or because they thought they had a reason to attack you. That's why they're in the Nine of Swords and the Eight of Swords. Five of Pentacles. Five of Cups. On the Judgment. That's why. It was a bad idea. Oh, my plate was about to fall. It was a bad idea to do this to you. It sure was. Let's see what else comes out. Oh, okay. What else we got before we end this reading? Okay, 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 okay. Okay. You got unwanted touch. Somebody was unwantedly touching you. Somebody was violating you. Trying to unalive you in your sleep. We got dirty cop police on the bottom of the deck. So there could have been a dirty cop police trying to unwantedly touch you. You got they difficult ahead. They were warned. So these people were warned. Okay. Like I said earlier, this is somebody that's shallow and superficial. So somebody that was shallow and superficial was warned. A shallow superficial person was trying to be dependent and clingy on you. Excuse me. And they're going to have a difficult time ahead because they were warned about this fraud. You continue to stand your ground and get connected because you're connected, collective. This is a power abuser. That's shallow and superficial, that wanted revenge, and God said no. They could have tried to do some type of mail theft. That came out in the reverse. That didn't happen. And some noise harassment, and it came out in the reverse. So somebody was trying to cause a lot of noise in your energy or around your area, in your circumference, in your home, in your environment, whatever. In your energy, period. However it is that's manifesting for you. Somebody was trying to cause a lot of noise. It's like they wanted you stressed out. Somebody wanted you stressed with a lot of noise in your head. But that's being rejected. Collective. Let's see who this could be. Let's see who this star in the reverse and this magician in the reverse could be. Collective. Because they're both in double energy. We're not even going to clarify who's the devil. Because the devil is coming out as the star in the reverse and the magician in reverse. So let's see who this star in the reverse is. Who is this star in the reverse to the collective? Who is the star in the reverse connected to the collective? Who is the star? The star in the reverse is coming out as a landlord. A baby daddy. That's a hitman attacker. Okay. So who is this magician in the reverse? Okay. Okay. A karmic false flame. Secret admirer. That's a scammer, a con artist, and a thief. So this star in the reverse is some type of landlord baby daddy. That's a hitman attacker. And this magician in reverse is a karmic false flame. That's a secret admirer. They scammers, they con artists, they thieves. They're your enemy. Card on the bottom, card on the top. They're scammers, con artists, and thieves, and they're your enemy. I split the deck. It could be religious figure in reverse. So it could be a dirty cop police because this one was on the bottom of the deck, of this deck. That was trying to unwantedly touch you. Or it could be a religious figure that's in the reverse. Grandmother in reverse. Somebody religious figure that's a grandmother, feminine energy. But I'm not even going to bother with those cards. So this could be a landlord energy. The landlord could be a landlord to a business or building. Somebody that has ownership of something. And they're a baby daddy. So they have children. And they're a hitman attacker. And with their karma. So this is a landlord. It's the landlord. They're the baby daddy. And they're doing this to their, with this karmic twin, their karmic false flame as a couple. Is the baby daddy landlord energy with their karmic false flame that's a secret admirer. So this karmic false flame is your secret admirer collective, but they're your enemies. They're a scammer, they're con artists, and they're thieves. So they're a secret admirer, but not in a good way. It could be a landlord in your work community, somewhere where you work. Well, me, where I work, I live where I work. This is my home. My home is my work. Online is my work community. My home is my work community. I work from home. So collective, that is the message. Somebody trying to set you up for money fraud and they got rejected, and now they're getting casted out of some type of organization, a family, a clique, or a coven. Because whatever they was doing with witchcraft to try to cause you delays, somebody passed away in the process. All because they wanted to come up. Now they're in a fucked up situation and they're in the Eight of Swords with no money. Collective, that is the message. Remember, if this resonates with you, cool. If it doesn't, leave the rest. Don't make anything stick because it's going to make you sick. And if you feel the need to sow a seed, don't hesitate to donate to me. My information is in the description box below. Peace out, collective. I might have some Christmas kits for you. So, if anybody's interested in a Christmas kit to cleanse yourself, let me know. Peace out, collective.